An inmate who nearly strangled a 72-year-old man to death inside the city lockup is sentenced to 30 years. Johnny Galarza pleaded guilty to an attempted murder charge for the attack on Michael Lentz last November.
A witness told 13 Investigates Galarza strangled Lentz twice with a shoestring, while another suspect held Lentz down. The witness said jail guards failed to respond to calls for help. That attack was caught on surveillance, and now it's raised serious safety concerns at the Marion County Jail. And also new tonight, a secret the Marion County Sheriff's Office has kept for years until tonight. 13 Investigates has discovered jail guards falsified documents in a high-profile suicide case. Our Sandra Chapman first told you about suspicions surrounding the death of gymnastics coach Marvin Sharp. Now she's back with more on the attempted cover-up and what this could reveal about safety and security at the jail.
Well, Marvin Sharp's alleged victims and their families won't get to see him questioned in court. Their hopes died when he died in Marion County Jail, in a Marion County jail cell. The sheriff's office says it was suicide, but sources close to the investigation told 13 Investigates to dig deeper, so we did.
Surveillance video inside the Marion County Jail reveals the moment a deputy discovered the lifeless body of former Olympic gymnastics coach Marvin Sharp. But jail staff can't say how long Sharp had been dead or even who last saw him alive. Jail logs are supposed to provide those answers, but 13 Investigates has learned deputies on duty that night did not conduct the mandatory clock rounds or cell checks. And internal documents obtained by 13 Investigates reveal the supervisory staff falsified records to say they did. City County Councilman John Wessler sits on the Public Safety Committee. He's a retired 25-year jail deputy.
Lying on a report, that's pretty bad.
For almost 3 years, the falsified records were kept secret. In 2015, the sheriff's office announced it had reorganized after a wrongful release and a series of jail deaths. 16 deputies were disciplined, but no one would say exactly what they did wrong.
Well, it's under pending litigation, and we're not going to talk about the Sharp case.
Lieutenant Colonel James Martin took over as jail commander after Sharp's death.
People in our community have got to have confidence that those who come into your system are going to be able to make it through the rest of the justice system. And there's some questions about that.
I have no comment.
Did this not happen in your jail?
That is over exaggerating some comments and some.
What's over exaggerated? Tell me what's over exaggerated. That families want to see justice.
Days after that interview, the sheriff's office confirmed there was no lawsuit. For months, 13 Investigates pushed for the records. The sheriff's office finally released new disciplinary records for all 16 deputies that read in part. The investigation determined that clock rounds to verify the health, welfare, and security of inmates had not been properly performed. In addition, supervisory staff had submitted inaccurate reports confirming that clock rounds were properly completed.
When I worked there, we made our clock rounds. We had a log book. You wrote in that log book when everything happened, date and time, because those things count in a court of law. Not your imagination, not your memory.
Wessler says the safety issue comes down to manpower decisions. At the time of Sharp's death, the jail was short 60 deputies. Lieutenant Colonel Martin says he's now 70 deputies short, but Wessler wants to see the proof.
Well, I want to know where all these people are, and that's why there's an audit being done.
Last month, the council's administration committee approved $220,000 to conduct an audit of the finances, operations, and staffing at the sheriff's office.
Obviously, there's something lacking here. Their main responsibility is taking care of the prisoners.
A commander was demoted and other supervisors suspended for up to 2 shifts. Sharp was facing federal child pornography and molestation charges. His death was investigated as a possible murder, but nothing came of that. The Marion County Coroner's Office determined Sharp died from asphyxia by suffocation, but no one determined Sharp's actual time of death. Scott.
All right, Sandra, thanks so much.